Now, I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years. That's 2 decades of rolling up my sleeves every day, serving clients, employing thousands of team members, and building something meaningful. But during that time, I've learned one undeniable truth, and that is that the concept of work-life balance is a complete and utter myth. And I've got the scars to prove it, quite literally. Now, for entrepreneurs, work and life are never fully separate. Work will bleed into life, life will inevitably bleed into work. It's just how it is. But that doesn't mean that you're doomed to stress or burnout or overwhelm. What I'm getting at here is that the goal shouldn't be to balance, it should actually be integration. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 key strategies to help you better manage that messy middle where work and life collide so that you can be way more productive, feel a lot more fulfilled, and most importantly, avoid burning out. Hey, I'm Chris, and for the last 20 years, I've been building successful international businesses, as well as writing books and speaking about sustainable entrepreneurship on stages all over the world. Nowadays, however, I'm focused on helping expert leaders like you grow with balance, not burnout. So be sure to hit that subscribe button here on YouTube to make sure that you don't miss out on any future videos. So let's start by addressing the myth itself. The idea of work-life balance actually originated in the 80s when boundaries between professional and personal lives were very, very clear indeed. People simply clocked in at 9 a.m, they clocked out at 5 p.m, and they left their work at the office. But as technology has evolved, those boundaries have all but disappeared. According to a recent survey, 77% of professionals experience burnout with their work. One of the biggest contributors is the constant connectivity that modern technology enables. I mean, let's be honest. When was the last time that you were out at dinner at a lovely restaurant with a friend or a family member and a notification from your phone interrupted you? Chances are you looked at the phone almost immediately. And here's the thing, for entrepreneurs, the challenge is even greater. Our businesses are a direct extension of who we are. We don't just clock in and clock out. We live and breathe what we do. And that's why trying to balance work and life feels like such a constant struggle. But it's not all doom and gloom. There is some good news. Instead of striving for balance, we can focus on creating systems and habits that allow us to thrive both personally and professionally. So let's go ahead and dive in on them. So strategy number 1 is all about setting boundaries and prioritizing self-care. Now, boundaries aren't just about saying no to work. They're actually about saying yes to what matters most. Here's the deal. Every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. So be intentional, set clear times for work and personal activities. For example, I've made it a rule not to work on Fridays. Now, yes, there are the odd exceptions here and there, but for the most part, Fridays are my time to recharge. Now, whether that's spending time with my wife or simply just taking a breather on my own somewhere, that's what my Fridays are all about. Now, why does this matter? Well, a recent report in the Harvard Business Review showed that prioritizing self-care and downtime can increase productivity by up to 40%. Regular exercise, quality time with your loved ones, even hobbies are proven ways to boost your energy and your focus. Scheduling self-care has become a non-negotiable for me. I mean, I obsess over it at certain times. And if I schedule client meetings and deadlines, why can't I schedule time for a walk in nature or an extra long sauna or an hour tending my bonsai trees, right? Strategy 2 is about leveraging technology to increase your efficiency. Now, ultimately, working smarter, not harder, is what it's all about. Let's face it, as entrepreneurs, we wear many hats. We're CEOs, we're marketers, we're accountants, sometimes customer service reps, sometimes copywriters, but it doesn't mean that we have to do everything manually. Using the right tools can help streamline your workload and free up time for what really matters most. For example, project management tools like Asana or Trello help you keep your tasks organized. Communication platforms like Slack make team collaboration absolutely seamless. Automation software like Zapier connects your apps and eliminates tons of repetitive tasks. Now look, I'll be honest with you, I'm not the most tech-savvy person on the planet, but when I've embraced these tools that save me time, it has been a complete and utter game changer. The trick is to automate whatever you can and then go ahead and delegate the rest. By doing so, you'll reduce decision fatigue and create a lot more mental space for creative thinking. And let's be honest, at the core of everything we do as experts in our industries, our thinking and the output that follows it is what we should be doing way more of than anything else. We should be staying in that zone of genius, right? I mean, that's how we can affect the most change in the world at the end of the day. Strategy 3 is all about embracing flexibility and adaptability. Now look, if there's one thing I've learned as an entrepreneur, it's that change is constant. My old man used to say that there are 3 things in life that you can always count on. Number 1 is death, number 2 is taxes, number 3, change. And he wasn't wrong. As business owners, we change all the time. New challenges, market shifts, even personal circumstances can throw a little bit of a spanner in the works and throw us off course. But the key is to remain flexible. For example, during the pandemic, many of us had to pivot very quickly. I know I did. My speaking engagements were cancelled, in-person events were postponed, my usual routines were thrown well and truly out the window. But by staying open to change, I found new ways to serve my audience and to keep my business moving forward. Did I want to take my in-person coaching retreats and events online? No, but I didn't have a lot of choice back then, did I? So I did what I needed to do, including setting up a small production studio in my home office to be able to continue to serve my clients. Now, flexibility also means being intentional with your schedule. Some days you'll need to focus more on work. Other days you'll have the freedom to prioritize a little bit more personal time. And that's the beauty of entrepreneurship. It's about designing your life to work for you the way you want it to work. So let's go ahead and recap these 3 strategies to help you thrive as an entrepreneur without chasing that myth of work-life balance. Number 1 is to set boundaries and prioritize self-care. Schedule time for what truly matters and make self-care a non-negotiable. Number 2, leverage technology. Use the tools and the automation features that are out there to streamline your workload and free up more time for more high-value activities. And number 3 is to embrace flexibility. Accept that change is inevitable. You've just got to learn how to adapt to it. Plus, it's just a good feeling to know that you can pretty much handle any situation that comes your way. And remember, the goal isn't balance here, it's integration. When you align your personal and your professional priorities, you'll create a life that feels way more fulfilling and way more sustainable. Now, if you liked this video, you're going to love my free weekly newsletter, Future Proof. If you're an entrepreneur, particularly looking to grow your business without sacrificing your well-being, then this is the email newsletter for you. Each and every single week, I share actionable insights and tips and strategies to help you achieve success with balance. No more burnout, no more endless hustle. And if you're all about that, you can hit the link in the description to subscribe to Future Proof. And if you like this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with those that you think would find it useful. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take great care.